Over the years, Rockstar has given us some of the best games of all time. So in this video, we are going to look at top 10 Rockstar games of all time. So let's start the list with number 10. Midnight Club 3 Dub Edition is a racing video game. It offers a variety of features including a wide range of customizable vehicles and extensive turning options. The game also features an open world environment where players can race against other competitors on streets of various cities such as Detroit, Atlanta, and San Diego. The game graphics and sound design were highly praised, with the soundtrack featuring licensed tracks from popular artists. Additionally, the game's online multiplayer mode made players to compete against each other over the internet. Number 9. Max Payne 3. It is a third-person shooter game. It was released in 2012. The game is the third installment in the Max Payne series and follows the story of the titular character Max Payne, a former New York City detective who has relocated to Sao Paulo, Brazil. One of the standout features of Max Payne 3 is its narrative. The story is well crafted, intense, and engaging. Max is a character with dark past, haunted by the loss of his family and struggling with alcoholism. The game takes players through a roller coaster ride of emotions as Max navigates his way through criminal underworld of Sao Paulo to protect the wealthy family from danger. The gameplay in Max Payne 3 is also excellent. The third-person shooter mechanics are smooth and polished, with satisfying gunplay and responsive controls. The game features a cover system that allows players to take cover behind various objects and pop out to shoot enemies. Another notable feature of Max Payne 3 is stunning visuals. The game graphics are top-notch with great characters, beautiful rendered in environments, and immersive lighting effects. The sound design is also excellent. Number 8. Grand Theft Auto Vice City. It is a classic open-world action-adventure game. It was originally released in 2002 for PlayStation 2 and later for Xbox and PC. The game is set in a fictional city of Vice City, which is heavily inspired by Miami in the 1980s. The player takes on the role of Tommy Vercetti, a former hitman who is released from prison and sent to Vice City to oversee a drug deal. However, things quickly go wrong and Tommy is left to navigate the seedy underworld of Vice City to reclaim his money and seek revenge. One of the things that sets Vice City apart from other games is in the series its incredible attention to details. The developers had created a fully realized world complete with a wide range of vehicles, weapons, and activities to engage in. The game also features a fantastic soundtrack that captures the essence of 80s perfectly. The game itself is a mix of driving, shooting, and exploration. The player is free to roam around Vice City, takes on missions and side activities as they see fit. Their missions themselves are varied and engaging, with a good mix of stealth, actions, and puzzle solving. In terms of graphics and presentation, Vice City still holds up remarkably well today. The game's colorful, cartoonist art style has aged well, and the world is still vibrant and alive. The game cutscenes and voice actings are also top-notch, with memorable characters like Lance Vance and Richard Diaz. Overall, Grand Theft Auto Vice City is a classic game that still holds up today. Its attention to detail, engaging gameplay, and fantastic soundtrack makes it a must-play for anyone who enjoys open-world action games. Number 7. Grand Theft Auto 4. It is an open-world action-adventure game. It was released in 2008 for PlayStation 3, Xbox 360 and PC. The game takes place in Liberty City, a fictionalized version of New York City. The player takes on the role of Nico Bellic, an immigrant from Eastern Europe who comes to Liberty City in search of better life. However, things quickly go wrong and Nico finds him drawn into the criminal underworld of the city. One of the most notable features of GTA 4 is its incredible attention to detail. The game's world is highly immersive, with a vast array of activities to engage in, such as bowling, drafts, and even visiting comedy clubs. Number 6. Alienware. It was released in 2011 and since been re-released on several platforms. The game is set in Los Angeles in the late 1940s and follows the story of lab detective Cole Phelps as he works his way up to the ranks and investigates various crimes, including murders, robberies, and arson. The game's main selling point is its use of motion capture technology to create realistic facial animations and performance, allowing players to interpret suspects' body language and facial expressions for clues. Overall, Halo New received positive reviews from critics and players alike. Its detailed and immersive depiction of 1940s Los Angeles as well as its unique gameplay mechanics were praised. However, some criticized game pacing and repetitive as well as its lack of player agency in some investigation. Number 5. RDR1. It was released in 2010 and is set in the late 19th century American Old West. The game follows the story of former outlaw John Marston, who is forced to work with government in order to save his family. The game's open-world environment allows players to explore the vast and immersive world of the Wild West, from dusty towns to rugged landscapes and wildlife. Red Dead Redemption has received critical acclaim for its storyline, gameplay, and world building. The game's attention to detail in its environments and character, as well as its memorable cast of supporting characters, were praised. The game's soundtracks and use of music were also highly regarded. The game's combat system, which includes a combination of gunfights, duels, and horse riding, was also praised for its realism and strategic elements. The game's moral choices and consequences, which allows players to determine John Marston's fate, were also highly regarded. Red Dead Redemption has since become a beloved classic, often cited as one of the best video games of all time. Its rich storytelling, immersive world, and innovative gameplay mechanics continues to captivate and entertain players to this day. Number 4. Grand Theft Auto San Andreas. It was first released in 2004 and is set in the fictional state of San Andreas, which is heavily based on California and Nevada. The games follow the story of Carl C.J. Johnson, who returns to his hometown of Los Santos after his mother's murders. The game's open-world environment allows players to explore the vast and immersive world of San Andreas, including 3 major cities and various rural areas. San Andreas received critical acclaim for its detailed and expansive world, innovative gameplay mechanics, and compelling story. The game's use of gang culture, racial issues, and social commentary was well praised for its boldness and evilness. The game's soundtrack, which features music from 1990s, was also highly regarded for its selection and variety. The game's voice acting, which features a star-studded cast including Samuel L. Jackson and Ice-T, was also praised for its authenticity and quality. San Andreas' gameplay mechanics, which include driving, shooting, and hand-to-hand combat, were also highly regarded for their realism and depth. The game's RPG-style character progression, which allows players to improve CJ's physical abilities and skills, was also praised for its depth and replay value. Overall, San Andreas remains a beloved character in Grand Theft Auto series, often cited as one of the best video games of all time. Its rich storytelling, immersive world, and innovative gameplay mechanics continue to captivate and entertain players to this day. Number 3. Bully Scholarship Edition. It was released in 2008 and is set in the fictional boarding school of Boulevard Academy. The game follows the story of a rebellious 15-year-old boy named Jimmy Hopkins, who is sent to Boulevard Academy after his mother marries a man who is not fond of him. The game's open-world environment allows players to explore the vast and immersive world of the school and its surrounding town. Bully Scholarship Edition received positive reviews for its unique storytelling, immersive world, and innovative gameplay mechanics. The game uses of school life as its setting, as well as its focus on social hierarchy and cliques within it, were praised for their originality and relevance. The game's combat system, which includes hand-to-hand combats, pranks, and other methods of subterfuge, was also highly regarded for its depth and variety. The game's RPG-style character progression, which allows players to improve Jimmy's physical abilities and skills, were also praised for its depth and replay value. The Scholarship Edition of the game also added new content including additional missions and classes, as well as improved graphics and sound. Overall, Bully Scholarship remains a beloved unique game in the Rockstar Games library, often cited as one of the most underrated video games of all time. Its rich storytelling, immersive world, and innovative gameplay mechanics continue to captivate and entertain players to this day. Number 2. RDR2. It was released in 2008 and is set in the late 19th century American Northwest. The game follows the story of Arthur Morgan, a member of the Vendor Lindy gang, who is forced to flee with his fellow gang members after a robbery goes wrong. The game's open-world environment allows players to explore the vast and immersive world of the Wild West, including dusty towns, rugged landscapes, and wildlife. RDR2 received widespread critical acclaim for its storytelling, world building, and attention to detail. The game's storyline, which followed Arthur's journeys and the struggles of his gang, were praised for its emotional depth and character development. The game's open-world environment, which includes a wide range of activities and interactions, was also highly regarded for its realism and immersion. The game NPCs and wildlife were praised for their AI and behavior, which added to the game's sense of realism and depth. The game combat system, which includes gunfights, horseback riding, and duels, was also praised for its realism and strategic elements. The game's moral choices and consequences, which allow players to determine Arthur's fate and outcome of the game's stories, were also highly regarded. Red Dead Redemption 2 is widely considered a masterpiece and one of the best video games of all time. Its rich storytelling, immersive world, and innovative gameplay mechanics continue to captivate and entertain players to this day. Number 1. GTA 5. It was released in 2013 and is set in the fictional state of San Andreas, which is heavily based on California and Nevada. The game follows the story of three protagonists, Michael, Franklin, and Trevor, who are drawn into a criminal underworld filled with hazards, robberies, and other illegal activities. The game's open-world environment allows players to explore the vast and immersive world of San Andreas, including the bustling cities of Los Santos and its surrounding areas. GTA 5 received widespread critical acclaim for its storytelling, world building, and innovative gameplay mechanics. The game's storyline, which features a complex narrative and that interweaves the stories of the three protagonists, were praised for its depth and character development. The game's open-world environment, which includes a wide range of activities and interactions, which also highly regarded for its realism and immersion. The game's NPCs and wildlife were praised for their AI and behavior, which added to game's sense of realism and depth. The game combat system, which includes gunfights, driving, and other activities, were also praised for its depth and variety. The game's online modes, which allow players to engage in various multiplayer activities and missions, was also highly regarded for its replay value and social element. Overall, GTA 5 remains a beloved and popular game in the Grand Theft Auto series and often cited as one of the best video games of all time. Its rich storytelling, immersive world, and innovative gameplay mechanics continue to captivate and entertain players to this day. So these were my top 10 Rockstar games of all time. For this type of content, consider subscribing this YouTube channel.